Hey there, so today we have another review, and this is a review of 2018 vintage KBS from Founders. Yeah, I reviewed this one last year, and I thought I'd just dig into this vintage. I ran across it. So, beer comes in a wonderful dark color, deep brown head on there. Let's get the aroma. Yep, that's KBS for sure. It's just got that intense, the coffee note is the one that's unique for KBS. It's the combination of the barrel character, the vanilla and the char coming through the bourbon, but then it's wrapped around with this kind of like intense vanilla sweetness, and then the the chocolate that they use comes in as well. So it's a melding of that intense cacao kind of flavor wrapped around with the vanilla, and then that kind of like um, ground roasted coffee character. Yeah, it almost smells like coffee grounds instead of just straight up fresh coffee. Cheers. Yeah, that's KBS. I'm trying to think of what I think about this vintage. So up front, familiar, lots of rich chocolate cake, intense espresso, and just deep coffee flavor. The cacao is quite intense. There's a really heavy dark chocolate flavor dominating the palate. It's complemented by some roasted malts, whereas the stout character sort of takes a little bit of the backseat compared to some really big imperial stouts. This one sort of allows for the coffee, the barrel character, and the chocolate to really shine through. Mouthfeel is medium to medium plus. This one actually, to me, has a little bit of intense tannic structure. So the wood character and the oak is really tending to dominate the palate at 3/4 way of the palate through. Your palate is actually quite dried out. I personally would prefer it a little bit more decadent, a little bit more of the malt character coming through, more of that sweetness driving the beer instead of the beer drying out so aggressively. Sort of push back on that tannic structure, have that happen maybe towards 80-90% of the palate way through and towards the aftertaste. This one actually becomes a little bit too small of a beer, even though it's 12.3%. It shrinks a little bit on the palate because of that intense wood character. But it's nice. Fresh, it's big, it's burly, it's intensely alcoholic. The adjunct flavors are very aggressive. The barrel notes are there. It's just all big flavors. It's very enjoyable. As for rating, it's good. I like it. It's nice. I think it's awesome. I'll give it a 93. So this is Founders KBS. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to Founders. Again, that was one of the greatest trips I've ever been on in a while. I got to visit Grand Rapids thanks to Founders flying me out. So thank you to Mike and Dave. It was awesome hanging out with them and the other staff there. So awesome stuff. Let me know what you think about Founders KBS. And also post in the comments below about how easy this was to find for you. Because I feel that actually, especially in New York, it seems like it's in bodegas and like random convenience stores, and the hype is just not there, and possibly they're just producing a lot more of the beer. So I'm curious if it's simply just the sales that are dropping and production is going higher, probably a combination of both, but I want to know your stories about how hard it was to get some KBS. Until next time, cheers. Later.